Now, what was your breakthrough when you realized, like, I could do this at the highest level amongst the greats? What was your breakthrough?
I always felt that I could do it just like the greats because I understood the science. And I understood that they might have been better than me in certain parts of the science now, but if I continue to work, continue to learn the science, and continue to get better, that eventually nobody in the world would be better than me. So I just put my mind to that and wouldn't stop working until I accomplished that. So I believed in myself. I knew I had the God-given talent from the beginning to be nice, but I knew being the best requires a lot of work. So I was just willing to put in the work or whatever it took to get that nice.
What time did you realize I could make it in the industry, in the hip hop industry? What was that point for you?
Early on in my career, when I was young, around like 14, 15 years old, one of my friends named Scooby, he got a family member named William Hart. He was the lead singer of the Delphonics. They from Philadelphia. So he was like one of my first managers. He took me to him. And that's where I was able to like record music like in the studio, learn a lot about the business. He the one that taught me a lot about publishing and copyrights and how the business go and how they rob you, because he was even writing for the Jacksons and he done wrote all type of music and was getting robbed his whole career. But eventually, you know, after a certain period of time, I think it's like 30 years, the publishing goes back into the person that originally copywrote the music. So once he got the publishing back, people started using his music like Ready or Not, Here I Come, You Can't Hide, like the Fugees and New Kids on the Block, and Wild people started using his music, and that's how he was able to get some bread back. But he was telling me about how the business is so shiesty, so that's how I was able to learn. And once I got down with him and was able to make music, one of his sons was a radio DJ on 103.9. That's like the Radio 1 station in Philly. So he was telling me about this thing that they used to have called the Cypher, where people call up and rap. He was like, yo, since you be in your battle bag and you be like that, I think you should call up and do it. So I listened one night just to see what he was talking about, and when I heard what they was doing, I called up the next day. And I got on the Cypher that day. And at the time, I wasn't even Cassidy yet. At the time, my name was the Boy B. And the reason why my name was the Boy B, because my real first name is Barry. And it's Barry Adrian Reeves Bars. But, like in Philly, people say the boy. So, if your name is James, they be like, oh, the boy James. If your name Joe, they be like, the boy Joe. And they used to call me B, you know, because my name was Barry, so they used to call me B. So they be like, the boy B. Or if somebody like, what's your name? I'd be like, man, the boy B. Like, it's just how I used to talk. So when I was on the radio show and they picked up the phone, I wasn't expecting them to. So they're like, 103.9, who is this? And I'm like, the boy B. And they're like, hold on. But that wasn't my rap name at the time. My rap name was Little Sharp at the time. So I would have said Little Sharp if I knew they was going to pick up and say that. But they like, what's your name? And I'm like, the boy B. And they like, hold on. And they recorded that. And they played it like, oh, tonight we got a new, and it's the boy B. With that, I said it like that. So I just ran with that. I mean, it was my real name anyway, but it wasn't really the rap name I was using. So that's how I started running for that with that for years and winning that radio show competition constantly over and over again. That's how everybody got to know my voice, my style, got to hear me on the radio every day. I made the ratings soar through the roof. And that's how I started to feel like, yo, I got potential to take this to the next level and really be famous and be a star and not just a local artist, because I felt like I was learning the science enough to be better than real stars and not just local artists.